In the 2012 to 2013 DC Comics storyline Death of the Family, the Joker, a psychopathic criminal with a clown-like appearance and an obsession with Batman, returns to Gotham City after being absent for 1 year. His goal is to dismantle Batman's network of allies, known as the Bat Family, by targeting each member individually to prove that Batman functions best alone. The Bat Family includes Barbara Gordon, the highly skilled vigilante Batgirl, Dick Grayson, the agile former Robin now operating as Nightwing, Tim Drake, the strategic hero Red Robin, Jason Todd, the violent anti-hero Red Hood, Damian Wayne, the young and trained Robin, Selina Kyle, the cunning thief Catwoman, Commissioner James Gordon, the steadfast head of the Gotham City Police Department, and Alfred Pennyworth, the loyal and resourceful Wayne family butler. The Joker announces his return with a violent attack on the Gotham City Police Department, killing several officers and taunting Commissioner Gordon. He then retrieves his previously severed face from evidence, reattaches it, and wears it as a grotesque mask. He sends a public warning that he intends to assassinate Gotham's mayor and begins targeting each of Batman's allies, believing that removing them will sharpen Batman's focus and strengthen his resolve. Throughout the arc, the Joker orchestrates psychological traps and confrontations that test Batman and his allies' limits. He captures Batman and the members of the Bat Family, restraining them in chairs and revealing that he has surgically removed their faces. This act symbolizes his belief that they are meaningless without him. Batman manages to save his allies, and the Joker falls into a waterfall, leaving his ultimate fate uncertain. Death of the Family emphasizes psychological tension and the Joker's calculated effort to destabilize Batman's support system. The storyline examines themes of dependency, personal identity, and the complex dynamics within the Bat Family, highlighting how each member contributes to Batman's mission while facing threats that exploit their vulnerabilities. The arc is recognized for its intricate narrative and the Joker's methodical, obsessive approach to challenging Batman. In the 2013 to 2014 DC Comics storyline Zero Year, Bruce Wayne, the heir to Wayne Enterprises and the Wayne family fortune, returns to Gotham City after being presumed dead for several years. The story is divided into 3 connected arcs that retell the beginnings of Batman, focusing on his initial struggles to establish himself as the guardian of Gotham. Bruce Wayne arrives in Gotham and confronts the Red Hood Gang, a violent criminal group led by the mysterious Red Hood. During his investigation, Bruce's uncle Philip Kane, the CEO of Wayne Enterprises, is manipulated by Edward Nygma, a cunning strategist within the company, into ordering Bruce's assassination. Bruce survives the attempt on his life and, with the assistance of Alfred Pennyworth, uncovers the Batcave beneath Wayne Manor, setting the foundation for his role as Batman. The second arc introduces Edward Nygma in his criminal persona as the Riddler, who seizes control of Gotham's power infrastructure. The Riddler challenges Batman with intricate riddles while creating citywide chaos. His schemes include the release of a lethal toxin engineered by Dr. Death, a scientist collaborating with Lucius Fox, the inventive and resourceful Wayne Enterprises executive. Batman, joined by Lieutenant James Gordon and Fox, works to counter the Riddler's attacks, culminating in a confrontation to stop the villain from flooding Gotham. In Savage City, Gotham descends into lawlessness under the Riddler's dominance. Batman, now fully committed to his mission, coordinates with Gordon and Fox to dismantle the Riddler's control over the city. The climax sees Batman using his own heartbeat to reactivate Gotham's power grid, demonstrating his dedication to protecting the city. By the end, Gotham begins to recover from the chaos, and Bruce Wayne reaffirms his dual role as a businessman and the vigilant Batman. Zero Year functions as a detailed retelling of Batman's origin in the New 52 continuity, highlighting his early confrontations with organized crime, his first major supervillain adversary, the establishment of critical alliances, and the development of the skills and resources that define him as Gotham's protector. In the 2014 to 2015 DC Comics storyline Endgame, Batman confronts a citywide threat orchestrated by the Joker. The narrative opens with Batman being exposed to a new variant of Scarecrow's fear-inducing toxin, which causes him to experience vivid hallucinations of his own death, suggesting the inevitability of his demise. As events unfold, it is revealed that the Joker has returned, having survived previous confrontations and undergone a transformation through exposure to a regenerative substance called Dionysium. This process gives the Joker a new face and enhanced healing abilities. The Joker's plan centers on releasing a deadly virus across Gotham, creating chaos and pushing the city to the brink of destruction. He manipulates several members of the Justice League, turning allies such as Superman and Wonder Woman against Batman to challenge his resolve and demonstrate that even Gotham's protector is vulnerable. Batman relies on his detective skills, physical training, and strategic thinking to counter these threats, navigating both the biological hazard and the psychological warfare orchestrated by the Joker. The storyline culminates culminates in a climactic confrontation in which both Batman and the Joker appear to perish. Their bodies are later recovered and placed in a Lazarus pit, a mystical restorative pool capable of reviving the dead, though both emerge without memories of the preceding events, leaving their futures uncertain. Endgame emphasizes the fragility and resilience of Batman, exploring his mortality while highlighting the destructive, obsessive relationship between him and the Joker. The arc examines how Gotham's protector confronts threats that test both his physical limits and his unwavering commitment to safeguarding the city. In the 2015 DC Comics storyline Superheavy, Gotham City enters a new phase of crime fighting following the presumed death of Bruce Wayne during the events of Endgame. With the city facing rising criminal activity in the absence of its guardian, authorities implement a technologically advanced solution to maintain order. The Gotham City Police Department, in partnership with Powers Industries, develops a mechanized Batsuit, a highly sophisticated exoskeleton designed to amplify physical abilities, provide enhanced protection, and counter bio-enhanced threats. Commissioner James Gordon is selected to wear the suit and assume the role of Batman. This represents a major shift in the city's approach to justice, combining human judgment with cutting-edge technology to uphold law and order. As Gotham's new Batman, Gordon confronts a wave of criminals who have gained extraordinary abilities through unexplained bioenhancements. His investigation brings him into conflict with a new adversary, Mr. Bloom, a villain who exploits these enhanced abilities to terrorize the city. Bloom's actions endanger both civilians and law enforcement, forcing Gordon to adapt to the limitations and potential of the mechanized suit while confronting the moral and tactical challenges of assuming Batman's identity. Meanwhile, Bruce Wayne survives the events of Endgame but suffers from amnesia, leaving him without memory of his time as Gotham's protector. He redirects his efforts toward philanthropy and civic engagement, attempting to live a life unburdened by the responsibilities of Batman while the city struggles to adapt to a new model of vigilantism. Superheavy examines the nature of identity, legacy, and heroism, questioning whether the symbol of Batman can be sustained by someone other than its original bearer. The story explores the consequences of transferring such responsibility, the limits of technology in upholding justice, and the looming question of whether Bruce Wayne will eventually reclaim his role. The arc is a defining chapter in Gotham's history, testing both the city and its defenders while redefining what it means to be Batman. In 2016, DC Comics released the storyline Am Gotham. The arc explores the emergence of new heroes in Gotham City and examines the responsibilities and consequences that accompany extraordinary power. The story begins with Batman facing a sudden crisis when an airliner is on a collision path with the city. Despite his best efforts, he is unable to prevent the disaster. In this moment, two new heroes, siblings known as Gotham and Gotham Girl, intervene. Both possess superhuman abilities, including immense strength and flight, allowing them to avert the catastrophe and save countless lives. Following their heroic act, Gotham and Gotham Girl take on roles as the city's new guardians. Their powers are extraordinary, rivaling those of seasoned heroes, and they are motivated by a strong sense of duty to protect the citizens of Gotham. However, Batman becomes concerned about the origins and sustainability of their abilities, recognizing that such unchecked power can have unforeseen consequences. Investigating further, Batman discovers that their abilities were artificially acquired through a mysterious process rather than being innate. This revelation raises doubts about the stability of their powers and the potential risk they pose to the city. Over time, Gotham begins to struggle with the pressures of heroism and external influences, exhibiting increasingly erratic and dangerous behavior. This escalation leads to a direct confrontation between Batman and the siblings, highlighting the delicate balance between power and responsibility. I Am Gotham concludes by emphasizing the ethical challenges inherent in wielding great power. The arc explores themes of legacy, accountability, and the complex nature of heroism, showing that even well-intentioned actions can have unintended consequences for Gotham City and those sworn to protect it. In 2017, DC Comics released The War of Jokes and Riddles, a storyline exploring a critical chapter in Batman's early years as Gotham City's protector. The narrative is framed as a flashback, with Batman recounting past events to Selina Kyle as he awaits her response to a marriage proposal. The central conflict involves two of Gotham's most dangerous criminals, the Joker and the Riddler, a genius strategist who challenges others with complex puzzles. Both villains seek to assert dominance over Gotham by destroying Batman, resulting in an all-out gang war between their factions. The Joker's allies include Man-Bat, a scientist transformed into a bat-like creature, Killer Croc, a brute with reptilian traits, the Penguin, a cunning crime boss with a fascination for birds, the Ventriloquist, a mobster controlling a sentient dummy, Deadshot, an expert marksman, the Mad Hatter, a criminal obsessed with Lewis Carroll's works, and Poison Ivy, a botanist with the ability to manipulate plant life. Opposing them, the Riddler commands Clayface, a shape-shifting mud-based being, Solomon Grundy, a zombie-like enforcer, Deathstroke, a superhuman mercenary, Two-Face, a former district attorney with a dual personality, Firefly, ally, an arsonist, Scarecrow, a psychologist using fear toxins, and Mr. Freeze, a scientist employing cryogenic weaponry. As the conflict escalates, Batman navigates the chaos to prevent Gotham from descending into total anarchy, realizing that the war reflects deeper structural issues in the city's criminal underworld. A significant subplot involves Kite Man, a minor villain whose personal tragedy and determination unexpectedly influence the course of events, highlighting that even seemingly insignificant individuals can alter Gotham's fate. The arc concludes with Batman recognizing the war as a formative experience that shapes his approach to justice and deepens his understanding of Gotham's criminal dynamics. The story ends with Batman awaiting Catwoman's answer to his proposal, emphasizing the ongoing personal and professional challenges he faces as the city's guardian. City of Bane chronicles the strategic conquest of Gotham City by Bane, a physically imposing and intellectually brilliant adversary of Batman, and the subsequent efforts of the city's defenders to reclaim control. The storyline begins with Bane executing a calculated takeover, eliminating key opponents, including Alfred Pennyworth. During his occupation, Bane installs an alternate universe version of Thomas Wayne, the father of Bruce Wayne, and a figure with a more authoritarian approach as Gotham's new enforcer. This Thomas Wayne imposes strict governance over the city, reshaping its social order and law enforcement structure. Bane strengthens his regime by recruiting Gotham's notorious criminals as enforcers. The Riddler and the Joker are coerced into roles resembling law enforcement, though each pursues personal agendas. Gotham Girl is manipulated into serving Bane, further complicating the efforts of those resisting his rule. During the initial phase of Bane's occupation, Batman is incapacitated and absent. In his stead, allies, including Dick Grayson and Selina Kyle, organize a resistance movement to challenge Bane's control. The arc examines themes of power, authority, and moral responsibility, highlighting the challenges of leadership under extreme circumstances. The conflict culminates in a decisive confrontation in which Batman, supported by his allies, faces Bane and his forces, ultimately restoring order to Gotham. While the city survives, the events leave enduring consequences for its residents, demonstrating the fragility of civic stability under authoritarian control. City of Bane stands out for its exploration of alternative leadership, the dynamics of power in Gotham, and the ethical questions raised when a city falls under the control of both superhuman and criminal forces. In 2020, DC Comics released The Joker War, a storyline depicting a citywide assault on Gotham orchestrated by the Joker. The narrative examines the vulnerabilities of Gotham's protector and the far-reaching consequences of the Joker's strategic manipulations. The conflict begins when the Joker seizes control of Bruce Wayne's fortune and assets, granting him the resources to launch a multi-pronged attack on both Batman's personal life and his crime-fighting operations. He enlists Punchline, a cunning new ally, to disrupt Gotham's criminal underworld and undermine public confidence in Batman. Simultaneously, the Joker manipulates Harvey Dent, also known as Two-Face, amplifying his psychological instability and transforming him into a significant threat to the city. The Joker's objective is to replace Batman as Gotham's guardian, demonstrating his own perceived superiority. In response, Batman coordinates with key allies including Dick Grayson, Barbara Gordon, the skilled Batgirl, and Selina Kyle. Together, they launch a counteroffensive to reclaim the city and confront the Joker's machinations. The climax occurs at Ace Chemicals, where Batman engages the Joker in a decisive battle. While the Joker appears to be defeated, his influence and the repercussions of his actions continue to affect Gotham and its defenders. The Joker War highlights the fragility of Batman's position as Gotham's protector and explores the destructive potential of the Joker's obsession. The arc also introduces new characters and shifts in alliances, contributing to the ongoing evolution of Gotham's complex criminal and heroic landscape. In late 2021, DC Comics published Fear State. The narrative focuses on Gotham City descending into chaos under the manipulation of Dr. Jonathan Crane, known as the Scarecrow, and Simon Saint, the CEO of Saint Industries, prompting a coordinated response from Batman and his allies. The story begins with the Scarecrow using his expertise in fear and psychological manipulation to destabilize Gotham. Partnering with Saint, he develops an advanced fear toxin capable not only of inducing terror, but also of exerting limited mind control over victims. Their goal is to create a climate of panic that enables the rise of the Magistrate, a private law enforcement organization designed to take over the city. The Magistrate's authority is supported by Gotham's newly elected mayor, Christopher Nakano, who, after surviving an attack during the Joker War, enacts strict anti-vigilante laws. The organization deploys Peacekeeper 01, a highly capable operative, along with other agents tasked with suppressing any form of vigilantism. This new regime sidelines Batman and challenges the Bat family's ability to protect the city. Throughout the storyline, Batman teams with allies including including Dick Grayson, Barbara Gordon, Selina Kyle, and others to confront the dual threats of the Scarecrow's fear-based assaults and the Magistrate's authoritarian control. The Unsanity Collective, a faction aiming to reshape society, actively opposes the Magistrate, with Miracle Molly, one of its members, playing a central role in the resistance. During the crisis, Jace Fox, a member of the Wayne family and successor to Bruce Wayne as Gotham's new Batman, patrols the city and contributes to the fight against these threats. The arc culminates with the Scarecrow captured and confined to Arkham Asylum, the Magistrate's influence weakening, and Simon Saint exposed and removed from power. Gotham begins a tentative recovery, though the events leave lasting consequences for its citizens and defenders. Fear State examines fear as a mechanism of control and the ethical implications of authoritarian interventions in the name of security. In 2022, DC Comics published Shadow War that centers on Batman, Robin, and Deathstroke, with the League of Shadows playing a central role. The storyline revolves around the assassination of Ra's al Ghul, the immortal leader of the League of Shadows, and the ensuing conflict that engulfs Gotham and its defenders. Deathstroke assassinates Ra's al Ghul. In response, Talia al Ghul, Raz's daughter and a formidable strategist and martial artist, mobilizes the League of Shadows to eliminate Deathstroke and anyone allied with him. Batman joins forces with his son Robin to track Deathstroke, leading to escalating confrontations and revelations about loyalties and power struggles. The storyline continues through several interconnected issues. Batman number 122 sees Batman investigating Ra's al Ghul's death and its consequences for Gotham. Deathstroke Inc. number 8 follows Deathstroke contending with the fallout of his actions, and Robin number 13 explores Robin's personal growth and the challenges posed by his family legacy. Tensions escalate as alliances shift and stakes rise. The crossover expands further, examining the wider ramifications for Gotham and its inhabitants. Deathstroke Inc. number 9 concludes Deathstroke's storyline within the event, while Robin number 14 depicts a turning point in Robin's development. The final installment, Shadow War, Omega number 1, resolves the major conflicts, revealing the mastermind behind the war and setting the stage for future storylines. The event significantly altered the relationships among key characters in the DC universe, highlighting themes of vengeance, loyalty, and the far-reaching consequences of power struggles within Gotham and beyond.